What is up, and welcome to Game Design, Intro to Game Design. I'm super excited about this course. My name is Mr. Taylor, or you can call me Mr. T. Either of those would be acceptable. Let's go ahead and hop in and look at where this curriculum is going to be held. So hopefully you guys are familiar with Moodle by now. If not, then you certainly will be by the end of this semester. So I've got it all set up here. I've got your names in there. And this is the first unit kind of right here. This is an experimental class, so be prepared for some twists and turns. We're just going to roll with whatever comes, and we're going to have a lot of fun while we do it. Okay, so one of the things you're going to be doing here is Intro to Unity. We'll get into that in a second. First, let's take a look at pre-production here. This is kind of going to be the first assignment. So we start with this kind of pre-production assignment. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you guys thinking about your own game ideas, because by the end of the semester I would like you guys to have a working prototype of your own game. That's maybe a huge goal, but I think we can do it. I think we can pull it off, but it's not going to happen unless we start developing ideas. Now, some of you guys out there already have a game idea. Maybe you're already working on something, and some of you guys just love the idea of making a game, but you haven't actually come up with a concept yet. So that's kind of what this is designed to do. I know it seems kind of tedious doing paperwork, but in all reality, if you don't do this pre-production idea, you can't just throw a bunch of things together and make an awesome game. So there is a purpose for this. So go ahead and do this assignment, knock it out, and then I also have this for you guys to watch, this History of Gaming Graphics. This is another little assignment I want you to be doing this week. This is a fantastic video. Some of you will really enjoy this, I think. Okay, and then finally, Unity is the program we're going to be using, so an Intro to Unity would be in order. If you go in here, you're going to go to this link right here. You're going to install this free personal edition. You're going to have to sign up for an account. This personal edition, by the way, allows like 100,000 game downloads or $100,000 spent. So I don't think we're gonna have any problems using the personal free edition with this course. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's pretend that you have that installed. Oh wait, first things first. You're gonna head over to these tutorials here, and you're gonna go through 1 through 8 here using the user interface, the Unity user interface. I will warn you, these tutorials are pretty boring. In fact, they're awful. But if you get through these boring things, that we can move on to the more exciting stuff. So take a look at these, check them out. But while you're doing this, you're not going to have the same scene. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to open up Unity and I'll show you what scene I want you guys to be working with. So let's go ahead and head over to Unity right now. We'll load that up. Okay, so we're going to start a new project here. You can go ahead and leave it set to 3D. We're going to be messing around with the 3D project as you guys learn the interface. So we'll just call this shooter, and I'll put it in that folder. Oh, a word of warning, don't put this on your desktop or something like that, because that's actually linked to the network, and you're going to bog down the network if you try to run your game from the network. It'll slow it down, and it'll slow your game down. You don't want that. So I put this right on the C drive, so you're going to want to do that same thing. So I'm going to hit Create Project. Very important that you don't try to compile and play your games from the network. It'll just slow everything down and you will hate game design. So we don't want that. Okay, so the user interface, those tutorials are going to kind of walk you through that. You're going to get familiar with all that. Let's go over to the asset store here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have you guys search for survival shooter. Yep, see that crazy bunny right there? That's the one. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, go ahead and hit import. Yes, you want to import it. Okay, while that's going, I will talk to you a little bit about game design, because that'll take a second. First of all, I'm super excited to have you guys in this class. I've had so much fun learning Unity. Okay, once again, you're going to hit that import button. In fact, it's probably one of the funnest things I've done, because it combines digital design production, where you're building assets out in 3D, 2D, you're using audio production, and you also combine coding. So some of my favorite things are combined in game production, and I've just had a blast. I will say this though, when I first started, especially the coding portion of Unity, I was really frustrated. I didn't know C#. I knew JavaScript really well, so I took some C# scripts. I felt like all the scripts out there were in C#, and I converted them to JavaScript, and let me tell you, that was a nightmare. I was in Google constantly I was pounding my head, taking walks, and thinking, why oh why would I even try to do this? It's terrible. Well, 2 days later, I kind of figured out what was going on between the two kinds of scripts. Figured out now it's easy, and I've been modding scripts in both C# and JavaScript, coincidentally, and having a blast doing it. So I will say this. There'll be times when you're super frustrated and you just want to give up. Don't give up. Keep going. If you have to take a break, that's fine. If you have to ask someone for help, me, someone online, a fellow student, do that, you know. Take breaks when you need to, when you get really frustrated, but always keep coming back, because eventually you're going to be a gaming ninja, and you're going to be a scripting ninja, and you're going to write the best game in the world. Halo 24 meets, you know, Game of Thrones. I don't know. And it's going to be awesome, and you're going to make millions of dollars, and you're going to thank me with high fives, and you're going to invite me to your castle that you bought off the coast of California, because you will be a game design ninja. Maybe not in 1 semester, but just keep going. Okay, looks like we're about done loading. Let's go ahead and play a game, right? Because why not? We're in a game design course. So if you see this in your asset panel, these are all the assets used to build the game, but we're just going to load this complete game right here. We'll double click there and see if that loaded. Yep, there it is in the scene. So obviously I'm not just a coding warrior, not just a game design warrior. I am actually a gaming warrior. Watch this. It's actually not totally true, but whatever. Okay, use ASDF to move around, and you can click right here to fire. It's actually kind of a scary game. I played it a couple times. Ooh. Die. Die, you toy from hell. It's really savage, crazy game. I don't know who came up with this, but I'll have nightmares about this tonight, no doubt. As you can see, I'm, you know, a ridiculously awesome gamer. I know you didn't think that teachers could game, but here's the proof right here, right? Oh, okay, wow. Okay, die. Everyone die. And I lost at 120. Beat that, suckers. Alright, I hope that was not too painful for you. Really excited to have you guys in this course, and let's do this thing. Alright? Okay, I made a couple mods here because that was pathetic, so now let's go back in and let me show you how Mr. Taylor really games. You're not ready for this. I changed some of the audio, made a couple little mods for fun, like, oh, I don't know, rapid fire. Die, little scumbag. Ooh, headshot. Because headshots. Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Boom, headshot! Oh, and look at that. Mr. Taylor's a gaming rock star. You're welcome. And that's game over, folks. Goodbye.